The MoneroTopia weekly news segment is sponsored by WizardSwap.io, a non-custodial cryptocurrency exchange.
Damn, YouTube ads should be using Brave. It's
You
true.
should, man. Install Brave. No more.
I will. We will get that going. We will get that going.
Tony.
Hey guys,
How's
happy
it
4
going?
years. Good. How are you guys?
Good, man. Good. How you doing? We missed you down in Miami. We thought we were gonna see you down there.
Yeah, I know. But so when I came back from Romania, there was something wrong with my car, and then I still don't have my car, so it's just kind of difficult. Yeah, still with the mechanic, so that's why.
Dang.
'Cause if not, I could have came, but it's just this.
Oh, what kind of car is it?
It's a Volkswagen. But
There you go.
something, something was wrong, and then I couldn't drive far, so just around, and I dropped to the mechanic, and they gave me a quote just like a couple of days ago. So yeah.
Oh, sorry to hear, man. Unfortunate, didn't work out, but
Yeah.
we gotta get you. We gotta get you like a Toyota or a Honda, man. Those things just go and go. Someone, please sell Tony a Honda Civic on XMR Bazaar, okay?
Yeah, I actually need to change my car. I have too many miles on it too. Yeah. How's the conference? Just fun,
what year
right?
is the VW?
2017. But just with the last job that I had, they were making me tour the whole Florida client to client, and I put like almost 100,000 miles. So it's getting there. Just going to the shop a lot and stuff like that. So I don't know. Soon enough.
I drive around in my old Volvo. Yeah, try to keep it going as long as you can. I mean, VW, should be, it's a well-made car. You should be able to get it.
It's a nice car, yeah.
Good shape, yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice car, yeah. And it's kind of crazy. So when my mom came back from Romania first, they stole her car. So that's why I didn't really have any. So she had the rental now, and she bought a new car
her
right
car
now.
got stolen, you said?
Yeah, so she left it in Miami, like near the airport at a Hilton parking lot. But I guess it's not their parking lot. And then she left it on the 24th. And when she came back, they said they stole it like 5 minutes after. And the cop came, and the cop said, "Yeah, don't worry, they stole my car too." So
holy shit, cars are just getting fucking.
Yeah, so actually when they come around here, I guess be careful. I'm gonna be more careful, and I think
I always said Miami reminds me of Grand Theft Auto, man. It's like, come on, it's like, you're living it down there, huh? Holy shit.
Yeah, you gotta be careful, and I think I'm gonna get an Apple tracker and just put it in my car, just in case. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, you can see where it ends up. See when it ends up in some parts yard or something, right?
Yeah. It'll be actually interesting, but whatever.
That's why I drive a car that nobody would want to steal. It's just a necessary evil, a car, right? You just got to get from point A to point B.
Yeah, but then you have places like Dubai, which is crazy how safe it is. Like I've heard like people just put their car keys on the table while they order some coffee, and nothing will happen because I guess
high
if
trust.
you steal, if you steal, then you're done, decapitated or just sent to jail or something. Yeah,
fingers cut off.
That's like MoneroTopia. That's what the vibe is like when you're in MoneroTopia.
Yeah.
Anybody that everybody behaves.
Yeah. But also I wanted to say two things. So one, I've been using Brave since 2019, and in the beginning I was earning BAT token, and my friends were making fun of me because I was making like a couple dollars a month. But eventually, in 2021, when BAT kind of went up a lot, I made quite some good money, and then they weren't.
Then your friends weren't making fun of you anymore.
And no, they were actually looking into it. So
nice.
Do be like that.
And,
exciting that they're considering adding Monero to their browser wallet. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's super cool. I remember using BAT like years ago. You could easily withdraw it, and then they had to go to a model, I guess due to some reasons. They had to go to a model where if you want to cash out your BAT, you could only use like Gemini or something. But they're bringing back the self-custodial withdraw for Brave Rewards again, so you'll be able to withdraw it into your non-custodial Solana wallet, which is cool.
Nice.
That's nice. That's cool. Okay. I wanted to say one more thing. What was it? I don't know. It's probably gonna come back.
MoneroTopia 4-year anniversary. I know I've said it before. I'm gonna say it one more time. Yeah, it's our 4-year anniversary. And
And it's
shout
the
out to
200th episode. How crazy is that?
Whoa!
It's also the 200th episode.
Is it also a
Yeah.
full moon? As Monero is about to take off, obviously you gotta thank Sunita as well. Sunita, if you're listening,
Love
yeah, she was,
Sunita.
yeah, she makes this all happen. She's been behind the scenes, taking her taking care of more important projects, our most important project right now. So, but yeah, MoneroTopia would not be here today, but for Sunita, that is for sure.
Yeah.
And
support
our
your
two
brand.
sons, Tony and Tux, obviously.
Aw.
That's right.
Which we were hoping you guys would have met in Miami, but yeah.
I know.
next
I have
time,
my
Tony,
lost
we'll make
brother
it
again.
work.
I know.
Yes, Tony, my long lost brother who happens to be Romanian.
We'll meet soon. Hopefully.
We'll make it
Yeah,
happen
it's
at some
crazy.
point. I'm not that far for you, so you know.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about Counterparty, but it was a really good time. wasn't a huge crowd. It got off to a little. It was a little bit of a bumpy road to begin with because they got kicked out of the venue that they were supposed to have. But the
It wasn't even their
speakers-
fault. It was just something
Yeah, it
that
wasn't
happened
their
the
fault.
morning before the conference. So basically, they were scrambling. Tatiana and the other organizers were scrambling to find a place. We got a place, a little bit rough, but made it work. They made it happen. It was
with
quite
fantastic
impressive to see.
food next door, right, Tux? We couldn't have found a better
Absolutely
restaurant.
incredible. Oh my word, that was just amazing.
What kind
And
of
so-
food?
It was this place that they had a store right across the street that was like a kind of like a local farmer store, right? They sold some fresh meats and they sold raw milk, and you could get all this like food that was from local farms. And that same store opened a restaurant across the street that sells the same stuff sells in the store, but it's like prepared in the restaurant, right? It's a very nice restaurant. So it's all like owned by, I don't know if it's actually owned by the farm or by a farm, but it's all very local, high quality grass fed food, right? Very good, very nice. And it was amazing. It was just literally right next to the new venue that they changed to. So we went over there several times. It was great.
Yeah,
Is it
we
in
ate there, like-
Winwood or kind of?
It
brick?
was I don't I forget the name. Yeah, I think so. I think that's the area. And it's
Yeah.
where the Bitcoin
Grove.
it was Bitcoin, yeah, whereas the Bitcoin Grove, it's kind of like a shared workspace, and that's where they had the event. So it's
Oh,
it was
okay.
cool. It was cool. And what the
Yeah.
best part of the conference was the speaker list. So the speakers that were there, it was just really cool group of people, a lot of OGs, and everybody's at least okay with Monero. No Maxis there.
Yeah, no, it's pretty
Everybody-
good.
yeah.
Monero was definitely well received. Everybody
Yeah.
want to talk about Monero. Had a lot of people ask me questions about Cake Wallet and like how to use it, how to get Monero, all that stuff, which is really great. So, yeah, it went pretty well overall, considering the unfortunate stuff that happened with the venue. It did go
Venue
pretty
change.
well.
And
Yep.
Nick Spanos was there. That was my highlight, and I got to really talk to him. We had him on the. I recommend you guys check out that interview from last week. It was maybe a little chaotic what was going on, but like the things, if you listen to closely what Nick's saying, it's very very bullish and
That guy's
promising
real.
for-
That guy is such a real one.
Oh my god, and his talk was amazing, right? Tux?
Oh yeah. It was great. It was
Oh my God.
super. It was like, yeah, it was yeah, it was just great. That guy's
He-
just funny, but he's like one of those guys that just he wanted to live his life and do his thing, right? And then they screwed with him. They screwed with him, and now he's not
They
gonna
fucked
let
with the wrong
Yeah,
guy. They
exactly,
fucked with the wrong guy.
he's not gonna let that just slide, you know.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. That's what Monero has, man. It has people like us with that passion, that cypherpunk passion, that are in it for that, which makes it unstoppable because it's not about the price. It's not about. It's they're warriors, and Nick Spanos is one of those warriors, and that's why he likes Monero, which is very nice to hear. And hopefully he's gonna help me try to get rid of the bit license here in New York. Gonna try to put him on that task. We're gonna start maybe a little coalition here and get political and try to eliminate the bit license in New York.
Okay, that's awesome.
Tony, I'll let you take it away. I know we've got a lot of news.
Yep.
Do
Okay,
your thing.
let's see. Okay. Can you share my screen too? Okay, perfect. Cool.
Yep. Awesome.
Okay. Okay, guys. So welcome to the new section. The first thing that we're going to talk about today is a hotel in Georgia which accepts Monero, which is awesome. So the guy wrote, "Hello everyone." Not long ago, he made a post basically saying how he's going to open up a hotel soon and how they're going to accept Monero. And it's a small family-run hotel with 9 rooms total, and it is very, very beautiful. And obviously, don't go there just. I mean, you can go there just to pay with the Monero, but it's a very beautiful location as well. Georgia's very beautiful. So if we go on this link,
Did he list on XMR Bazaar? Got to get him on there.
I don't think so. just on Reddit. Oh, somebody said that it's cool. Consider adding the business to the Monero map on XMR Bazaar. Somebody did mention it, and so it's very beautiful. So you have the Giorgetti Trinity Church that you can visit. Juta, small village, really beautiful. Veleti waterfall. Trousseau, Georgia. So if you're looking for a nice vacation, definitely consider to go to Georgia and book a place in this hotel. And it's not that expensive. It's $50 for a day. And it's very beautiful inside. Let me see if I can. Rooms. It's very beautiful. So let's get a double room with private balcony. Learn more. Let me see if I can. So that's the room. Very beautiful view, as you can see outside, and the whole room is nice. The blanket looks very cozy. So yeah, it's really cool. Now let's talk about EasyBit. I've never used it, but I said to mention it just in case. So somebody said EasyBit scammed me, one of the platform on Trocador app. He said, "Hi, on the 18th of January, I used Trocador to exchange my Bitcoin worth 2,300 at a time to USDT. My first platform suggested on Trocador for the exchange was EasyBit. He transferred the Bitcoin to the address required. He said he was notified that the transaction was halted. After days of reaching out to their support and email, I was required to send multiple proofs of the source and wallet ownership, which I assisted completely. However, after completing what they required, EasyBit told me that they will take more time and that there is a chance the fund will never be refunded back." And he said, at the time, he said it's been 12 days since the transaction was halted, but then he gave an update saying, "I've gotten the refund after 14 days. Big thumbs up to Trocador support team for helping me with the refund." So I'm not sure what happened, if EasyBit is good or bad, but I said to mention it just in case you were going to use it, just to be wary and look into it. Now, I got a couple on Rust, posts. The first thing, John Foss said, "Ross must be buying Monero." And I'm really curious if he knows about Monero. And if he doesn't, he's probably going to learn about it very soon. And what I was also thinking is what a lot of people are thinking as well, which is looking forward to seeing real Ross on Monero Talk one day, which I think is going to happen. And that'll be awesome. And maybe he's going to come to MoneroTopia too. So I'm really happy for him. And that's a picture of him and his wife. 6.5 years ago, he said, "My wife created this X account to give me my voice back." And yeah, that was done before, I guess, and that's done today. So I'm really, really happy for him. And I said to share this as well because it's funny. Funny, not funny. But he had to post that I am not involved or associated with any meme coin bearing my name. There's no official Ross coin. So it's kind of sad that people just wanted to bank on the opportunity and just made Ross meme coins. But it's kind of funny and sad in the same time. Vitalik posted as well. He said, "I hope you get the freedom you deserve. Life imprisonment for what you did is absurd." Cool. Now, moving on, let's talk about DARPA and their pre-crime AML plan that they want to So let's watch this video, and then we'll discuss a little bit.
Are you ready for pre-crime? The Department of Defense just announced their new DARPA program, the Anticipatory and Adaptive Anti-Money Laundering Initiative, A3ML. This program claims it will revolutionize how we detect and prevent money laundering using cutting-edge technologies. So what does it actually mean? A3ML aims to identify suspicious financial activity before it becomes harmful. It will use predictive analytics, real-time monitoring, advanced machine learning, and AI systems to achieve this. DARPA plans to collaborate with government agencies, financial institutions, and technology companies to gather data and information. If you're thinking, but I don't commit financial crimes, think again. This isn't just about criminals. This is a government surveillance program that will comb through all financial transactions, targeting individuals before a crime is even committed. Sound familiar? This is literally the beginning of a Minority Report style pre-crime system. There are huge concerns here. One, ethical concerns. How do you prevent false positives? Imagine being flagged for a crime that hasn't happened. Or two, surveillance issues. This is a direct infringement on your right to financial privacy. Three, reliance on AI. What data is being used to train these systems? What biases might be built in? Are we really comfortable with trading our privacy for untested AI predictions? Should a machine decide who might commit a crime? Because today it's about money laundering, tomorrow.
So again, they come up with excuses that, and actually, let me just bring this article, and then I'll read something off it, and then I'll talk a bit more about it. Let's see if I can find the quote. No, I don't think so. But anyway, so yeah, essentially they want to launch, DARPA wants to launch a pre-crime AML, and it just kind of reminds me of communism, where they just preemptively took people away and threw them in the gulag or to work and things of that nature. And with today's technology, 1984 just is on steroids, because I can just imagine that they would take some community that is predisposed to crime, let's say, and then let one person might buy a knife set or whatever, and then they're going to be flagged as being dangerous. That's pre-crime, and poof, they go to jail, but they just wanted to buy a knife set, or I don't know. It's insane that they want to do this. I think I found the quote. So David the Horst said, "Want to stop our adversaries from laundering money to evade sanctions by weapons and fund drugs that will kill Americans? Me too." Well, yeah, everybody does, but this is not the way. This is just an excuse to spy on everybody, and it's quite scary. But in the same time, I hope it's going to push more people into Monero, and this is why privacy is so important. And instead of doing all these things, they should spend more time on education and educating people so that crimes don't occur as much, and just bettering the economy so more people have opportunities so that they don't think of stealing or stuff like that. There's a lot of other things that they can do instead of these things, but they just want to spy on us. That's what the governments want to do. So yeah. Let's see. Let's talk about Bukelele. So Bukelele bends knee to IMF and officially abandons the original Bitcoin law that had caused Bitcoiners to move and invest there in the first place, exactly at the same time as the Bitcoin conference in El Salvador, attracting Bitcoiners from all over the world. I just read about this today, so it's quite a shock for me too. Let's click on here. John Denehi said, day 2 of Bitcoin no longer being legal tender in El Salvador. Some updates. There are a lot of people who seem to misunderstand what legal tender means and how IMF loans work. And he wrote quite a bit today. But final thoughts, the IMF is the enemy yesterday, today, tomorrow, and every day. This isn't necessarily about the content of the changes. It's about making a deal with the devil. If you lay it down with the dogs, you get fleas. So I wonder if I think somebody asked if they still buy a Bitcoin per day. Oh yeah, what about the 1 Bitcoin per day program? He said, I don't know. The language of the draft agreement doesn't seem to prohibit the continuation of that program, and therefore I would have presumed that it will continue. That said, the fact that they have been skipping days for the first time ever and with zero explanation makes me wonder. There is a screenshot of a 3-day gap in purchases, interesting, from earlier this week, and you can look this all up yourself on the blockchain, of course. So I'm curious where El Salvador is going to head with Bitcoin in the future. Somebody said the government's wallet is public and accumulating daily. I haven't checked, but somebody else said, Victor Monero said it was bound to fail considering how flawed it is. No privacy, no fungibility, no ability to scale, volatile fees, etc. Yeah, I agree. So somebody asked, whatever happened to the volcano Bitcoin bonds? Was that a flop? Yeah.
I mean, also, they didn't really like they tried to onboard all of their citizens to custodial Lightning, right?
Yeah.
Using that Chivo app.
Yeah, weren't they sending them in the beginning $30 if they sign up?
Yeah, it's like, hey guys, if you sign up for this custodial Lightning app, we'll give you $30. And I mean, that's a lot of money for them, right? For whatever currency El Salvador uses. That's comparatively, it's a lot of money. So it's kind of like they're really doing the carrot thing to get people on to essentially what is not that much far off from a CBDC. If you think about it, it's custodial Lightning, right? So it's not even Bitcoin, it's Lightning, but it's custodial, and they have full control. They can see everything. Pretty awful advancement that people were rallying up against as it being, oh, it's Bitcoin. Not really.
Yeah, and also just people trying to make a purchase, and you gotta wait a little bit until it clears. And well, I guess with Lightning,
it's Lightning, so it's going to be fast. It's going to be instant. And
Yeah.
It's custodial, so you're not going to have any routing issues, right? So, like as an actual payment method, yeah, it's going to be pretty. It's going to work fairly well, and you're not going to have many issues with it. But I mean, that's the thing, is that it's custodial, right? It's like
Yeah.
a surveillance. They basically promoted a surveillance network to citizens masquerading it as like freedom tech, right?
Yeah, and this just makes me think of Michael Saylor and just how much Bitcoin he owns and how crazy it is. And when one day it's going to collapse, as I think it's going to, just the immensity of that collapse. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Let's see. Let's talk about Tether on Bitcoin, Lightning. So Lightning Labs launching Tether on Bitcoin marks an unprecedented, and this is what somebody said on X, Lola. She said marks an unprecedented expansion of US hegemony over the global south, issuing dollars directly to the wallets of consumers. The collapse circumvents US dependency on selling debt to other nations while furthering Tether's position as one of the largest buyers of US treasuries, custodied by a private entity formerly owned and operated by the US Secretary of Commerce. This is a de facto CBDC that wraps around state issuance and should be alarming to anyone who believes that the age of money as a means of control needs to be over. And the post from Lightning Labs themselves, they said, today we're announcing that Tether is coming to Bitcoin and Lightning, and that it all comes back to Bitcoin. So USDT will bring hundreds of millions of users and trillions in volume.
This is even closer to a CBDC because now it's a US, or it's essentially a government backed sort of controlled stable coin that's on Lightning, and most people will probably use it custodially.
Yep.
So it's getting yet closer to the central bank digital currency.
Yeah, I agree. That's that's a funny picture that somebody posted. It's the Monero logo in the middle, and then all the cryptos, and then it just kind of all swirls back into Monero. That's a nice one. That's a nice meme. Yeah. So now let's move on. Orange Friend, they posted the first numbers for 2025. First time the Lightning Network matters. XMR 40% of the purchases, Bitcoin 24%, And let's see, Solana 2%, XRP 0.34. The lowest is TRX 0.16. So yeah, most of the people use Monero, which is awesome. And then I think we have one more. Yeah, so somebody said we must enact the Credit Card Competition Act today. So let's watch this video.
Going to put a temporary cap on credit card interest rates at 10%. We have no choice. They're getting 22, 25%. We can't let people have to pay 25% and 22% interest.
For years, Visa and MasterCard and other credit card giants have squeezed every penny they can from the American families. Now, Trump will force credit card companies to stop inflating interest rates and help families finally start getting out of debt. While Trump's cap targets interest rates, the Credit Card Competition Act, championed by J.D. Vance, tackles the swipe fees that credit card companies charge merchants. Lowering these fees will reduce the cost for businesses and ultimately for consumers. Together, Trump's cap on the CCCA are a powerful combination in the fight against monopolistic practices and inflated prices. Make sure to call your congressman to tell them to support the Credit Card Competition Act today.
Going to put a
Okay, well that sounds good.
I'm actually almost against that because, and here's why. Hear me out.
Okay.
If credit card, because I see this as time goes on, I've been starting to see more and more merchants are actually passing the cost to the consumer for credit card, debit card fees, right? If these fees stay the same or go even higher, this is going to encourage people to opt out of using those methods, right? But if the government's like, okay, you know, we're gonna cap this a little bit, then people are gonna be like, okay, it's fine, right? Yeah. So in a way, I feel like if some of these credit card acts pass that reduce specifically the merchant fee, that's going to encourage people to or it's going to discourage people to look at moving to other alternatives, like continuing to use cash or maybe crypto. But if the fees stay the same or if they start to go even higher, then that might be a good consideration for merchants and consumers to both consider continuing to accept cash for one, and then two, moving to alternatives like cryptocurrency. So
Okay.
that's why acceleration is a viewpoint.
Frank Castle said, I'm against it too. It's going to increase demand and inflate prices. Yeah. Not sure what to say about this one, but yeah, guys, so that was it for this week. These were all the links. So let me
Awesome. Thank you very much, Tony. Glad you're able to make it. Good to see you are back. And hopefully you can get your car fixed.
Yeah, soon. Thank you. Yep. All right, guys. Well, thank you and have a good weekend.
Awesome. Thanks, Tony.